My name is Junior Tuihalamaka. I'm class of 2022. I play inside linebacker at Bishop Allen High School. Welcome to the show LA.
This is Jalen Lewis, and you're watching the show LA.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the show LA. This is our third episode back. We're bringing it to you socially distanced. I'm LP.
And I'm AP, and as you can see in the background, I'm actually in Palm Springs right now. We are the show LA. Unfortunately, LA is under a cloud of smoke right now. Everybody knows what's going on with the wildfires in California. So first and foremost, we just want to tell everybody to stay safe out there and send our thanks to the firefighters on the front lines, keeping everybody safe. But this is another episode of the show LA. We've got some awesome segments today. We've got the upperclassmen and lowerclassmen watch list. We've got John Brown with Black Coffee. And then on the special Bay to LA feature, we're going to throw it back and show you some highlights from some of the top players to come out of the Bay Area in recent years. Joe Mixon with the Cincinnati Bengals and Najee Harris, Heisman candidate for Alabama Crimson Tide. So stay tuned for a great episode of the show LA and enjoy the highlights from some of these top players that ever come out of the Bay Area.
Up first, we have our upperclassmen watch list with Junior Tuihalamaka.
My name is Junior Tuihalamaka. I'm class of 2022. I play inside linebacker at Bishop Allen High School. Welcome to the show LA.
Junior, you are the #1 ranked inside linebacker for the class of 2022. But what most people don't know is that you started playing football at the age of 12. You're 17 now, so that's 5 years. Tell us about your football journey.
My journey started when I was 12 years old. I never thought I was going to play football, honestly. I saw my brothers and all my brothers play football, so it just pushed me to play football for my family so I can get free education, get into college. Growing up, being a big kid, always being looked at as, oh, he's going to be D1 that. But as for me, I always looked at, I'm just another kid just trying to ball. So for me, seeing every kid just trying to getting D1 offers, it just motivates me to get better every day. So knowing that someone's out there working harder, it just motivates me to be even better every day. So just knowing that I can be better every day, seeing someone getting offers or anything, but all those offers at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything, but it just shows that you're being recognized for your talent. So just thankful.
One thing we love to do here on the show LA is an I Need Love segment, and I'm going to have you actually help me with that. Who are the players on your team that deserve the looks but aren't getting the looks?
Some of the players that I think that should be getting recognized by colleges is Floyd Chalk, also Samuel Sefa Tengay, and then Masa Palu. All those players for sure should get recognized for the talent they put on the field.
So, Junior, you guys exited the playoffs earlier than expected last season. Can you talk about that last game of the season against Corona Del Mar?
Losing in the playoffs, it just made me more motivated coming out to my junior season for sure, coming for the CIF. Seeing that we lost in the playoffs, it was just another bump in the road. So as of right now, we're just working right now, getting better every day. As you know, that I wasn't able to play that game. Many players were actually injured during that game, but we're coming back stronger this season, coming for that ring.
Junior, I mentioned this earlier, but you are the #1 ranked inside linebacker for the class of 2022. What does that ranking mean to you, and who was the first person you called when those rankings dropped?
When I found out I was #1 inside linebacker in the nation, honestly, I didn't find out myself before someone actually told me, a family member told me, and I was shocked, but it just gave me motivation to show people that I am #1. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna stay down and stay humble and stay true where I came from. So my mom and dad just always talk to me that always thank God and always stay humble. So even though this #1 ranking tells me that I'm #1 in the nation, it just great recognition for how I put my talent on the field. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be more motivated to be even more greater than just being number one.
Thanks so much for joining us here on the show, LA Junior. Up next, we have John Brown, keeping it real on Black Coffee.
This is John Brown, okay? I'm gonna give you some black coffee. Let's talk about off-season workouts, okay? A lot of kids are wondering, what should I do? How often should I work out during the off-season? Off-season is your opportunity to gain ground on your competitors. You have to train. I think if you're a football player, it's same for basketball, baseball, everything. I think 4 days a week, lifting weights, listen to me, lifting weights, eating, sleeping, 4 days a week, okay? 2 out of those other days, you can do agility drills. But most of that time should be spent on getting your body bigger, faster, stronger, is what I think, okay? Because a bigger, faster, stronger you will beat a weaker you. Big bank takes little bank, baby. That's just how it is, okay? So, in terms of, let's say there's 3 body types. You have ectomorph, mesomorph, and you have endomorph. So let's say you're ectomorph, which is a tall, skinny guy who it's hard to gain weight, no matter how much you eat. You must lift weights in conjunction with eating, but you gotta eat everything in your mother's house. That's what I call eating dirty, all day long. Don't eat chicken and fish. You'll look like a chicken. You never seen a big chicken, okay? So you gotta train hard. You gotta make sure, what's training hard? That's training heavy and fast, meaning 30 seconds between each set rest. If you go to my website, Cane Protein, CANE.com, caneprotein.com, you'll see my training program. Now you're gonna look at it and go, oh, Mr. Brown, I think you made a mistake here. No, I didn't make a mistake. But you got to make sure you take advantage of this window. And if you're, let's say 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, oh man, your body is producing its natural steroids, its natural growth hormone. That's why you're getting tall. That is the window of opportunity for you to get really big, really fast. So take advantage of that moment. It's very, very, very important. So off season, listen, eat, sleep, and train. Very, very important. 2 days a week, work on your craft. And then when you get into the season, you can change it. But you gotta get ready for the season. A bigger, faster, stronger you. If you're scrawny, you ain't gonna be shit. Little skinny dude that's talking shit, you ain't gonna be nothing. Because a big guy gonna come to you and slap you in the face, and that's gonna be it. That's just how it works. That's my black coffee for today.
As always, we want to give a shout out to our partner, Zort Sports.
Hey everybody, we're back with another installment of the Lower Classmen Watch List. On today's show, we've got class of 2023 defensive back from Oaks Christian, Jalen Lewis. Jalen, welcome to the show, man. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Jalen Lewis, class of 23 defensive back, and I play at Oaks Christian High School.
You have a lot of options here in Southern California, Jalen, especially when it comes to choosing your high school. What was it about Oaks Christian that attracted you to that program?
Going into my high school career, I knew that Oaks Christian was the right place for me because they were both centered around God, academics, and with football as like coming in last. So obviously football is a priority, but having God and academics at the forefront when it comes to school is most important. And Oaks Christian just had a very lively atmosphere, very diverse, and it ended up being the right fit for me when it comes to sports as well as academics.
Even as a lower classman, you've got a lot of recruiting attention right now. What was that feeling like, and who did you talk to first when you got your first official offer?
When I got my first offer, we were in Portland for 7-on-7 for passing down, and we were visiting Oregon State. When I was there, we were able to try on some uniforms, so it was a really great feeling, and being able to meet the coaches is also a very awesome experience. And then Coach Smith pulled me into his office, and I was kind of scared, not knowing what was going on, but I also had a feeling that one of my most aspired dreams are coming true. So I got that first offer and my mouth just dropped. Absolutely thankful and grateful to God. First thing I did, went outside, hugged my mom, hugged my dad, and then called my uncle and just had a little bit of tears coming down just because I was so happy and so thankful that all the work that I put in had finally paid off.
You've been getting a lot of work in on the 7-on-7 circuit. What is it about 7-on-7 football that helps you prepare for the regular season?
You know, 7-on-7 has really helped me improve my game because during these 7-on-7 tournaments, I'm really able to work on my technique while not being so focused on coming down, breaking, and making a tackle. So I'm really able to focus on whether it be zone or man, my coverage, and being able to analyze real game scenarios without the tackling aspect. And not only has 7-on-7 improved my game, but it's also put me on the recruiting platform. Huge thank you to Premium for all that. And it really is just a family aspect when you're playing 7-on-7 and you find the right team. The most fun I've had during a 7-on-7 tournament was definitely passing down in Portland. You know, we brought the whole Trendsetters team up there, and we were able to take the W back home for that. Just a really great time, really having fun with all my brothers, being able to visit Oregon, Washington, and Oregon State. It was all around one of the best trips I've had, and I got to come home with my first offer from Oregon State.
Everybody's timing is different with the whole recruiting process. What advice would you have to some of those guys out there who are grinding, who haven't officially gotten the looks and haven't gotten the recognition, you know, that they're looking for?
Obviously, I was very blessed enough to be able to get offers early, but for those that don't, I would say don't worry at all. Obviously, everyone's going to get offers and everyone's going to have success at different times. But when it comes down to it, when there's people on the opposite side of the field or people on your team that have a bunch of offers, play out and play your best so that when scouts come and visit them, they're also going to look at you because you're the breakout player on the field. So being able to utilize other players as your own personal use when it comes to offers and when it comes to scholarships, that's one of my biggest pieces of advice to those that don't really have that launching platform.
Jalen, looking forward to this year, what are some of the goals that you've set for yourself as an individual in the classroom and on the field? And what are some of your team goals with Oaks Christian?
Some of my individual goals when it comes to academics and athletics is to strive for at least a 4.0. I'm really trying to get a 4.5 this year with all the AP and honors classes I'm taking. And when it comes to football, personal goals, I'm trying to get 6 or 7 picks this year and maintain that same amount of tackles I had last year. I had about 80 tackles last year, so I'm still trying to strive to keep those goals. But when it comes to a team, we're really looking forward to striving for that state championship. Of course, you know, every high school team wants that state championship. They want that ring. And we want to get back on track where we were a couple years ago with Zach and Josh and KT. They went undefeated and they won. So we're trying to get back on that track as Oaks Christian and really have a good and profitable season. Thank y'all for having me. This is Jalen Lewis. Thank you for tuning in to the Lower Classmen Watch List.
So who you been excited to go up against out here? It's guys from all over the nation. Who's some of the guys that impressed you?
You know, I ain't go up against him, but at the rivals camp I did, Raekwon McMillan, you know, he's #1 linebacker in the nation, and he was doing the running backs code. You know, I got him at the rivals camp, but, you know, I wanted to go against him today. You know, everybody wanted to see that matchup, but we probably gonna get it tomorrow.
Thanks so much for joining us for another episode of the show LA. Before you go anywhere, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all our pages.